Hello fellow Mega Man fans, I'm MegaPhilX here once again, and this is a perfect run of Mega Man 11's BlockMan stage, the demo version. The rules for this run are buster only, no charging, no gear system, and no damage, of course. Like, I decided to come back to the demo and to try and perfect it, and when I got, surprisingly pretty far into the stage without getting hit, I decided to just, try and complete the full stage. So the stage itself is actually not too bad. It's there's only a couple of areas that are problematic, and I'll point them out for you as we go. So far, no major problem. These gear guys they're pretty hard to hit, but they will only be a concern if you try to no-miss the stage, which is obviously not what I'm doing here. But essentially, the gear guys, you just need to be careful with them, know how to dodge them, or hide from them if you see they're gonna hit you. Like here, I was getting I was getting ready to hide from them, and other guys like this, you can just skip them. Now the mid-boss. The mid-boss is always the same. Like, it will always land in the center, at first, then it will land a little bit to the right, and after that to the complete left, but he didn't have time to survive. The tricky thing with this boss, this mid-boss, is the second time you encounter him. Again, no major problems here, just getting rid of that guy. And these guys take lots of hits. Now be careful not to get squashed by these breakable blocks here. I think I never died here, we got hit here. Now I messed up. I got stunned. I couldn't dodge that thing. You can probably outrun this guy if you're fast enough, but I didn't risk it. Here you just jump back. You can jump over that guy, but it's kind of risky. Now here is a problematic area. This part is at the top, that's the problem. It's easy to get swarmed by these tellies kind of enemies, so you have to be careful, especially with the invisible flower. Now here is another area where if you're not careful, you can, like here, you can easily forget that a block will drop there. And these little invisible flowers, it's kind of tricky to shoot them. I mean, it's easy to, screw it up. Now this is one of the main tricky areas, because of the conveyor belt. It's easy to get hit by these spinning parts. Now it's pretty much done now, because after that it's easy. You go to the left and he's dead. We'll just learn where the mini boss lands and you'll be fine. Just because of the conveyor belt, it's easy to mess it up. Now here, just wait for that guy, fire when he bumps on the wall like this. And if you mess it up, you can just go down the ladder and try again. After that, this section is no real problem. This part as well, once you've done it once or twice, pretty easy. Here, I've fallen into that pit. Now here comes the last problem area. At the bottom it's actually pretty easy. It's when you get at the top that, you've got some tellies moving around, and if you fail to get rid of them, one can spawn on top of you like this, and you have to get out of there before you get swarmed. It's easy to panic there. Now the last part of the stage is is not a problem. So I'll take this opportunity to talk about the boss coming up. So BlockMan is actually 3 types of boss in one, because of the 3 phases he goes through. First phase is an easy, very easily manipulated boss. You just fire and he jumps at you, so you can fire and slide under him or run under him. The second phase of the boss is where you'll probably take a lot of time to learn it, because he's manipulated easily, but you have to make sure you know where to position yourself. So for the first phase, here you see, you just get away from him, because if he jumps, you'll get hit. You get away from him, you fire at him, and then you wait until he starts running to fire at him, so that you will be prepared to go under him. Now here comes the one that you have to learn. Essentially, the big version of BlockMan can do a smash on the ground. He can do a punch, a diagonal punch, like this. And he does a sort of underhand throw where he will throw 3 blocks at you that way. You won't see it here though. But the most dangerous is the smash like this. You have to stay on the ground to dodge that, especially in the corner, and get close to him when he does the diagonal punch. Now here comes the part where it's pure reaction. You just have to jump, and then it's an endurance round. You have to jump above his blocks like this and keep it up. Fire your shots at the top so that it will eventually maybe get rid of the top blocks he shoots at you. And that's BlockMan stage with take it no damage, no charge shot, no gear, buster only. So let me go over again what to do with giant BlockMan's attacks. When he smashes the ground, get away from him, but not too much, because if he does a diagonal punch and you have a wall behind you, you'll have to get a bit closer to him to get under his arm. Don't jump when he does the ground smash, because if you're in the air and too close, you get hit. You're safer on the ground. If he does the underhand block throw, get close to him to run right under the blocks. He'll only do this throw attack if he gets too close to the wall, and he'll reset his position while doing it. So my problem with this is that, I don't know, maybe that's because it's a demo version, but I died maybe like 6 times to BlockMan's final block rush attack, because Mega Man would accidentally slide into the blocks instead of jumping. I think there's a bit of a problem when you turn around and you try to jump and fire at the same time, or something like that. It came to the point where I wasn't sure I could trust the game to do what I had to do to dodge that phase of the fight. Other than that, pretty much all of my deaths were like in the trouble spots I talked about, and against BlockMan's giant form. And those were pretty much always just my fault, because I was stupid. So yeah, that's a pretty easy stage to perfect, but it's quite long, so when you get to BlockMan you get nervous. It's just learning BlockMan and managing to get through the final phase. It can be quite nerve-wracking. I was really shaking after I was done with this. So yeah, this is it. I'm not sure I will perfect run all the other stage when the game comes out, but you know, we'll see. This was actually pretty fun to do. Let me know what you think in the comments. See you next time.